Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today, guys, we're going to be jumping back down into the charts of Vechain, taking a look at what has been going on yesterday and what I think is going to happen next, right? So yesterday we were talking a lot about what we think Vechain was going to do, whether it was going to be 5 waves or not. And yeah, we're going to go through that. So if you find this video useful, informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find, so why not check it out down below. Let's jump right into this, right? So Vechain paired up with USDT. We're on the hourly chart. Binance is the data source here, and yeah, so we still have the 5 waves leading in, and then we get into this very interesting kind of play. So I'm going to just tidy this up a little bit here, because what we've got is potentially a very choppy 4th wave. Okay, so what we're trying to find out here or ascertain here is what's actually going on with the 5 waves, 3 waves, and so forth. So I do think it's ABC on a larger scale, and I think we might be now getting the formation of a triangle, and I think we might be finally getting somewhere with it. Which does mean that we're probably going to pull back down before we surge up again. So this will mean that we'll probably come down lower than we were previously. So let's first of all talk about what happened yesterday. We went up and essentially we got very close to that C wave high. We actually fell a little bit short, and then we started to pull back down into the ABC. Now this is what I was hoping would be an ABC, sorry, a 1 through 5 correction. And you can see we got so close to this 1.618 impulsive trigger, but failed to hit it, and then we bounced up. We are mushed up higher than the A wave. So this is ABC, not impulsive. So I can remove this here, and then we can mark up this move, which is again an A, B, C move, and I think it comes right about here, like so. Okay, we pull back, we push up, and we pull back down a little bit, and I would expect us to potentially now pull back down into an E wave of sorts, or we're actually now starting the deeper corrective move, which might be 5 waves. Okay, because what I think, if I actually grab hold of this one, if we take into consideration this being an A wave, this being a B wave, this being a C, this being a D, that would make this E, and then this being our breakdown. Okay, so this basically now means that we would be in some kind of triangular wedge, even though actually no, that's still not valid because this drops down lower. So it's not that at all. Interesting kind of move. So we're just going to have to plot this one up and see how this one plays out, I think, because we're not lining up to what I would expect to see here for Elliott wave theory. So for now, I'm just going to chalk that up as a very choppy corrective move, and these 5 waves hopefully will make a little bit more sense as we get later on into the chart. Very frustrating, but nonetheless, let's plot out what I think is going to happen next here. So with this move up, we've basically gone from oversold to overbought, okay? And what we need to do now is check the different timelines, right? We've got a pretty good move on the 4 hour, the 8 hour is still pretty low, and the daily is correcting. So we are looking for a last little bit of a correction on the daily. So maybe this is going to be our 5 waves down, okay? We've got a pretty deep correction just here. So if we grab our fib and we were to run it from the high to the low, we can see that we've pushed down and, you know, pretty reasonable, a little bit past the 90% or 80% range there. So pretty deep correction. So we should now be thinking that maybe we'll pull back down quite significantly next. So I'm going to mark this up. So I'm going to grab this, pull it over here, transpose it to here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab our original impulsive trigger, this yellow line here, and I'm going to put it at the new one, which would be here. Okay, and I will remove the old one, because I don't need that either. So basically 7.66 is going to mark our trigger point to say that we're going 5 waves down. And what this will look like will be basically a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we probably will come down a little bit lower here, and I would expect that to be the case. So that would be the next kind of move potentially for Vechain. If that plays out, it would make sense of the 5 waves at the beginning. Not so much a lot of sense being made with what's going on in the middle here, but we could try and say A, B. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain what's going on there. That's definitely an odd sequence in the middle. But nonetheless, you know, I would expect 5 waves down. We don't know what kind of level this is going to go to just yet, but we'll watch out for that. If we push higher than our origin, so that point just here, Let me just check that for a second. 8036. So basically 0.08036. That would basically be an invalidation of the 5 moves down, okay, and more of a continuation to the upside. So for Vechain here, I would say that we're more than likely going to drop back down because of the depth of this move, this bounce. I would say that it's going to be easier to hit our impulsive trigger point, which is this dashed line at 0.07660. And after we hit that, there'll be a bounce up that cannot go higher than this wave 1 low. And that would be, if I just tell you what the number is, 0.07810. Okay, we cannot go higher than that. Essentially, that would then have your structure. You would pull back down, you'd finish with the 5th wave, and then we should end the corrective move of this 4th wave correction on our daily chart, and we can start a 5th wave up. Obviously, this is the yellow box area that we are targeting. Anywhere inside this yellow box area is fair game for a 4th wave correction, and then we push on up. And if once we have this 5th wave in, we can then plot out where we think our final 5th wave is going to go for Vechain on that daily chart. So if I bring this up into our daily here, you can see the scale of this thing. I just pull this back down. Just here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So depending on how low this goes will depend on how high our 5th wave will go. So for now, it would look like we'd be anywhere between 9.3 and 9.9 or 0.099. Okay, but if we drop down any lower, it would actually push us higher on that 5th wave. Okay, so some fantastic opportunities I do think are going to be coming for Vechain as we lower down probably one last time. I'm just looking for those 5 waves. Once we have those 5 waves, I will be happy to say that that has finished, and we'll just chalk up in the middle here as a double or triple correction. In fact, it would be a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'd say it's a double correction, it looks like, but nonetheless, or triple or something like that. Anyway, we'll get into that later, but for now I think we'll basically look for these 5 waves. I'll keep this nice and brief. So if you have found this video useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.